the news to your favorite tunes. You cannot lose when you tune into Straight Out the Trunk Radio. Hit me, From the interviews to the news, what's your favorite tune? Straight out the trunk, they got what you want now. Get your body, go to sleep, and when you brush your teeth, when you first wake up, turn your radio up. Straight out the trunk now. Straight out the trunk. You are now listening to Straight Out the Trunk. Put your seat back, turn your radio up. Straight out the trunk. You are now tuned in and you're rocking with the best. Straight out the trunk. Everybody tuned in, let me hear you say Straight out the trunk. 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 Straight out the trunk.
What up, what up? It's your boy Bankhead, Straight Out the Trunk Radio, live every Monday night, 10 p.m. to midnight, powered by AcceleratorRadio.net. Got Jess Lynn in the house.
What it is, what it ain't.
And we got special guests in the house, you feel me? DeLeon in the motherfucking house, you feel
DeLeon
me? In the motherfucking house, hey, my man TF, you feel me? Skanless Summers 2, 80s babies in this motherfucker.
Yeah, Skanless Summers, 80s baby.
Hey, man.
I can't wait to see
it's another Skanless summer for sure out here. Has this summer been worse? Has it gotten worse from the last Skanless summers out here in LA, or has it gotten better?
No, it's gonna be Skanless forever. You feel me? This is Los Angeles. I don't see that shit dying down no time soon.
Never, damn.
You feel me?
Alright.
I hope so. I hope, motherfuckers could get it together and, come together and make some, and finally be able to have some fun in one of these summers and shit, but.
And then why to focus on the 80s babies this time around?
Because that's when motherfuckers was really like that. That's when, like that's when the streets was the streets. Like right now it's just, Instagram, social media and stuff like that. Motherfuckers beefing over social media and all that type of weird shit.
Right.
So will you say gangbanging is different from the 80s to now?
Hell yeah.
It got softer?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I could agree.
Yeah,
I could agree.
Yeah. No, for real. But I mean, earlier you were saying that you just got in from New York, so talk about that, because you had a very major milestone. You had a big ass billboard at Times Square. Congratulations. So how was that? How did that come about? How did that feel?
Yeah, that shit was dope, man. That shit was dope to even be able to do that. Especially being a West Coast artist and to just be able to go out there and do a whole press run. You feel me? A light press run in fucking New York and be, appreciated on the other side of the fucking world.
Not even that, the mecca of hip hop.
That's
right,
what I'm saying.
right.
You feel me? On the other side of the world and be noticed and appreciated. Like somebody DM'd me today and was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, it's fucked up that LA don't appreciate the artists. Like they own artists out here, like the same way, like how New York gives. Like if you out there and you doing your shit, and you doing your shit, they gonna be like, nigga, what's happening?
Yeah.
You feel me?
We was just talking about that. We was just talking about that. You feel me?
I wonder what the equivalent would be. Like, if you have a billboard in Times Square, like what would that be for LA? Like what would give you that same, like, I got a billboard feeling out here? You know what I mean? Like what would be? We don't really have one.
I would just say having a billboard in LA. There's so much traffic out here.
They got the billboards right here in Manchester by the
Forum.
Roscoe's.
What about the Forum?
Something like that, because that's Times Square. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what's that section out here? Where
I was out there and I was talking to, and we had a conversation about that. Like, it's a lot of history in New York. You feel me? It's a lot of monumental shit in New York. And it's like we was thinking about it, like, damn, what LA got? Like, what we got?
Right.
You feel me? Like
Hollywood
Staples Center,
Stars.
the Hollywood Stars, the Hollywood sign.
Right. Ram Stadium, probably, like something like
Like
that.
the stadiums is stadiums. It's like, but like they got buildings that's like, oh, what's the name lived there? John Lennon lived there. His wife still lived there. You know, this right here used to be.
You gotta go on Hollywood tours to find that shit out.
I mean, but all they gonna do is show you where, you know, they're just gonna show you houses and shit like that. It's like,
No, I get that. I
know,
get that.
like they got a statue of Balto in the motherfucking Central Park. Like, you seen that movie Balto?
I haven't.
It's like a cartoon and shit, but
Okay.
it's a true story about a dog named Balto. He saved a bunch of kids' lives and shit because he brought a bunch of medicine through the snow. But I didn't know that was a true story, and they got a statue of that nigga at Central Park. You feel me?
Okay.
Like,
I'm
we
damn.
don't have that many. We don't have parks out there out here like New York do.
Yeah.
We don't have statues out there out
Really?
here like they do. We don't take. We
Grand-
don't give a fuck. Really.
Like Grand Central Station. You feel me?
What was
the
that?
Chrysler
The
building.
Central Park 5. That park. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Central Park, right.
Is that
That's what I was just about to say. No, I feel you.
But yeah, it's a lot of, it's like a lot of monumental shit out there.
Yeah, I can
You feel me?
imagine.
And it's like, damn, what do we got? Like, you feel me?
LA, we got the Lakers.
Yeah, we do.
We got Magic Johnson.
There we go.
That's all we got. We got the Stars.
I mean,
the Hollywood
I'm
sign.
pretty sure.
We got Runyon Canyon. That's
I'm pretty sure we got some heavy shit. But
Yeah.
I'm from here and I don't really know nothing about none of that shit.
But you know way more about New York shit than you know. Like, so it's like LA might not have that monumental shit. Like we can say, I got a billboard here, but like niggas in LA, but I got a billboard in fucking Lawndale. They be like, I fucks with it. You
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
Like, or I got a billboard in Long Beach. They niggas be like, I'm happy about that shit because there's so much traffic that's going on out here.
But that's a heavy milestone too out here in the city. You know, because you got to think like everybody out here trying to make their way. So like any step forward is a solid step. You feel me? So like
But you in the middle of Times Square. And like,
yeah, I'm
It
a
was-
different
yeah.
motherfucker though. You feel me?
that shit just
And you know what? And I paid attention to the caption you had on that post. You know what I mean? You were like, I don't pick and choose. Like, you just keep it
Yeah.
how you keep it, you know?
That's it.
So, I mean, I feel like I was picking up what you was putting down when you said that. Like, it was just kind of like an already written type of thing. So,
Yeah.
you're right about that. And while we are, I don't want to, keep it New York, but I do have a question about that. And I'm going to ask a little bit later, too, but just about the ties that you have in New York because of, like, the catalog that you have and a lot of the artists that you've worked with out there, like, the connection you have with, like, the Griselda camp.
I'm
and-
like, you signing to them niggas or not? I'm just asking.
But just like talk about that connection that you have, you know what I mean, and being able to bring that to this side.
Yes, I got a lot of solid love out there. I got a lot of solid people I fuck with. You know, even outside of rap, like for like the past 10 years, I've been in and out of New York.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's not even just about like on no rap shit. Like I'll be out there. You feel me? I'll be out there. I was out there for like maybe 2 months. Just stayed out there and was just moving around from Buffalo to Rochester all the way to Times Square, Manhattan, Brooklyn, all the shit. Like so I move around through there like how I move around out here. You know, it's just so having that, you know, I'm tied in with the motherfuckers that rap too.
Yeah.
And they fuck with me because I can rap, you know, and I'm from over here, so it's just like, you know.
Bottom line, that's what it is. You can rap with them. You know what I mean? Because that's the New York. You know what I mean? That's why we appreciate them because of the bars they bring. LA, I mean, it's some. You know what I mean? But you gotta have somebody like TF to be able to make that connection. That's dope.
But he hang out with heavy hitter bar hitters. You Griselda them niggas.
Oh yeah.
Them niggas
No
sleep
question.
bars, you feel
No
me?
question.
Like, in the last couple of this whole year, it felt like you amped it up as an artist of dropping Blame Kansas and Skanless Levels with 211.
Yeah.
And now you coming back with Skanless Summer's 80s Babyz. That's 3 projects. And niggas ain't even dropped 3 singles in the fucking
No,
this
for
year.
real.
You feel me?
That's what 1, 2, 3. I did 4 projects this year.
4 projects. I missed one.
We dropped 2 Skanless Levels.
Okay.
We dropped part 2 and part 3.
See, okay, I missed one. So,
Yeah.
but again, that's 4 projects, and niggas ain't even dropped 2 singles out here. You feel me? Like, where did the hunger come from? Like, when did you just like, fuck, I'm about to just start releasing shit and just be like, yo, they gonna know who I am.
I mean, shit, I had heavy momentum off Blame Kansas. You feel me? I had heavy momentum off that album, you know, and to be honest, what really threw the fucking gas on the fire was that fucking Revolt shit. We hit fucking top 10 albums of the year, 2021. So it's funny because I was leaving New York when I got the call on it.
Oh.
So I'm leaving New York, and this nigga probably he hit me like, "Yo, congratulations." I'm like, "Good looking." I didn't even know what he was talking about, but I was just like, "All right, for sure, good looking." And he was like, "You don't even know what I'm talking about." I'm like, "Well, what's up, nigga?" And he sent me the link. I'm going through it, and I see fucking Kanye West, I see Baby Keem, I see Nas, I see J. Cole, and then it's me. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, first off the flight, I went straight to the studio. I'm like, we gotta do part 2 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's that fire.
Okay,
It's that fire.
Yeah,
I remember the first time hearing it in the studio when you did the release. Fire.
Yeah,
You feel me? But even 80s Baby right here, whole nother beast, nigga. Whole nother beast.
By far my favorite project, not just in LA, but just of this year alone. Like it was nothing has hit me like that.
When I got the pre-link, nigga, I was excited driving around, nigga. Like, oh shit, nigga. When I heard I was like,
oh yeah, that's yeah, man. That's of course.
Like, what was the mindset going into 80s Babies, Skanless Summer Part 2 from 80s Babies?
The first song we recorded for the project was Slaves.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that blows my mind.
Because that would have set the tone.
We kicked it off with that.
That's crazy.
And that Stokely, like, I was like, just the icing on the cake, having that just to seal off the project, like that particular speech, that line in the speech. I'm like, come on, like what they doing in there?
Yeah, that was the first song we did.
Wow, blows my mind. Why is that the final track then? If that's the first track that you recorded,
the story is that's what's perpetuated in the culture of LA. You know what I'm saying? But if then at the end of the story, it's like niggas don't really gotta do that shit. We don't gotta be chained to, you know, what's been going on. You know, generation after generation, year after year after year. It don't have to be that. You know, it's just a mindset. Like you mentally enslaved in what you doing and what you like. You know, like oh shit, like Pac said, it's like niggas busting shots like they lost their mind. Like 25 to life never crossed their mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you don't think about that shit until it's like, damn, you cuffed up, you stuck, you chained up. Like, it's over with.
Yeah. Okay.
I got questions about a couple of songs. You know, Curbside. That's one of my favorite. Like how he used the whole curbside analogy. Like curbside. Everybody use curbside pickup right now.
Right.
Real shit. Do anything. We all. I know all guys in here. We almost all lost our life. Trying to pull up late night to get some head, you feel me, from a shawty. I don't know about any females ever losing their life trying to get some dick at. Have you ever almost lost your life trying to pull up and get some dick at night, Jess? I know almost lost my life trying to get some pussy.
No.
See, that shit totally different.
Totally you probably didn't even know. It was probably, you know, this nigga probably had a crazy baby mama in the cut.
Yeah, see, I don't know about none of that.
See, but you didn't get pressed. Niggas get pressed. Like, you might just be walking.
Nigga be like, damn, how many niggas out there? Like,
no,
but you good.
No, like, for real. That has come up.
I'm like, hey, if you don't come outside and come get me halfway at least, shawty.
Like, come to the door. Come to the door.
Come knock on the door.
Yes.
Come on. Tell them niggas to move off the porch.
Oh my God, they ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Bullshit.
Yeah, but a nigga still be like, fuck it, I'm already here.
You already here? Yeah, you like, let me go find that parking. Fuck it. You could look around real quick, 5 seconds. All right, let's go.
Nigga put that to the test. Nigga put that to the test for sure. Yeah, but I like that's like I was just having fun, like, you know, making a story about a true story. You You know what I'm saying? Like,
Real shit though. It's real.
Cause it's like, damn, like how many motherfuckers done really went through that shit? Like, you feel me? Like, not even in just LA, like everywhere.
Everywhere,
Yeah.
nigga. Like you do anything for some fire. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for real. Like,
Yeah.
what is 3 hours?
I'm driving now.
What? 3? No, don't say that.
I'm driving 3
I'm
hours.
going there. I'm staying there for a little bit.
I'm coming
By
back.
then, traffic will die down. Now it's 2 hours. I'm good.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
I never did a 3 hour drive though. Let's go.
I did 3 hours to get some coochie before, but I stayed the night.
3 hours?
Yeah, it was different. It was,
Okay.
It was
All
fake,
right.
fake love,
All
fake
right.
love, fake love.
All right.
You feel me? You busted, then the love's gone. You feel me? I don't even like you no more. You like, why am I here now? Like, fuck.
On the real, I gotta drive all the way back.
Yeah,
now. Golly.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna talk about Born Blue.
Yeah.
Was that your mom in the beginning of it talking, or just a female talking?
That wasn't my mom, but that was like coming from a mother's standpoint.
All right, because I wanted to talk about like what was you thinking going up north? You say you was thinking about your moms when you was that drive up north, and like, does your mom accept the path that you've taken in life, and have y'all ever had like butt heads because of that?
Nah, hell no. Like, mom's was always like, I don't want to say she was just cool with it, but she was like, shit, what I'm gonna do? You feel me? Like, what I'm gonna do? Like, nigga can't just up and leave. I mean, we probably could have, but it was just like, you know, just uprooting everybody. Moms, little bro, grandmoms, and like, she like, like, nigga, all right, fuck it, nigga. Just make sure you get your shit together. Make sure you do that shit right. Don't bring nothing to the house. You feel me? And I did everything she told me not to do. So, you know, on that ride up north, I'm thinking like, damn, like, you feel me? Like, you know, cause you know she really tried to keep a nigga out the mix. You know, she made sure that nigga was straight with whatever a nigga needed. You know, my morals was always set. You feel me? So like I know right from wrong. I know like, oh no, I shouldn't be doing this shit. You feel me? I still was doing. Like, I don't want to say I was doing, you know, everything under the sun, but I was doing everything under the sun. You feel me? And the moon. So.
And she always.
Yeah, she was always supportive, like nigga, just make sure you do your shit right, make sure you good, make sure you smooth, don't do no clown shit. You feel me? So, you know, them times I went to jail, it's like, damn. You feel me? Cause I mean, she knew what I was doing, like, or she thought, you know, she had an idea of what I was doing. You know, she knew a nigga wasn't no motherfucking. She know what's up.
No, I totally get you.
Yeah, so
can you talk about like the police raids that happened? Like how, like, can you remember those?
That was real shit.
Can you go back in time and like talk to about?
I was in the car with one of the older homies because at the time I was younger, like probably like 15. Like I'm driving past the house. They had my grandma outside cuffed up on the curb. My mama, my little brother, had all the kids cuffed up on the curb, like raiding the house, looking for some shit. Yeah. And
That's heavy.
I just had to keep driving. I'm like, man, keep going.
You had to keep driving.
I had to. What I'm gonna do? Like, here I am. Let them go.
It wasn't gonna work like that.
All right. You drove back, but like, what did you do? Like, what happened when you came back home? Like that night, like
they didn't find shit.
That I get that.
So
I get they didn't find shit, but your mom and your grandma and everybody looking at you like,
nah. By then,
you know what just happened?
Nah, by then I was already locked in. Like it wasn't like, cause they already knew the first day I came back and they seen a nigga knuckles bleeding, black eyes and shit. They like, nigga, my motherfucking grandma went and came back with some motherfucking shit like this and was like, all right. Make sure you hold it down. So like from there, I was just like, well, fuck it, everything's Skanless.
Right.
And everybody was on board because it's like, well, shit, I ain't finna let the streets have you. We could have you right here. We make sure everything good.
Right.
Like, that was like everybody from the set used to be right there at the house. Like mama cooking breakfast for niggas. Y'all straight? Y'all need somewhere to stay? Y'all good? All right, for sure.
That's love.
Nah, real
I
shit.
have a so I really listened to this project and it's definitely a movie, and I was looking at each track really like an episode, you know what I mean? But during this movie I was watching, I have I missed something. So So in the beginning, on the intro, Terminator, you in the car with somebody, and you talking to her and everything, and you tell her that you got to slide, go to the hood and everything, and then y'all get there and y'all find out somebody got killed, right? Now, as you go through and everything, then you get to house party, okay? At the end of house party, it's a good vibe and everything. Somebody gets killed. Now, is the reporter talking about the same person that died in Terminator?
Yeah.
But you were in two different places. You were at that party, but you were also pulling up to the scene in the beginning.
Terminator is after house party. It just starts. Yeah. It's like on some Tarantino shit.
So you leaving? So Terminator is you leaving the party with the girl. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Because I was like, I missed something, but okay.
Yeah. So Terminator. Okay, so let's just say this, right? Now these it's me rapping, but I'm rapping from a different point of view.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like on Terminator, I'm pulling up. And I'm running into these niggas like, oh, what happened? Okay. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not per se the nigga at the party.
Got it. Okay.
You know what I'm
that helped. Okay, because I'm telling you, I was like, this is the same person. I was like, was he there or was he? Okay, that helps me out.
Dude that got smoked in the house party record, that is the dude that
she talking about.
That we pull up like, oh shit, Miss Donna's son.
Right. You know how many geniuses or athletes that die at a house party in the
for
hood?
Real.
Yeah.
Just
like that story, them saying that he was like a baller, like about to go, just visiting.
College,
like you've heard that so many times.
Yeah, that shit was sick.
Right?
It's like, damn, I know some homies that passed away that could have been fucking D1, NFL, NBA. You feel me?
Yes.
Hockey. Don't even ask why, but yeah, hockey, nigga. So when I seen that show, I was like, real deal. The last track I want to talk about is Dick Tracy.
I really like that song.
Shit's fucked up. I looked up Dick Tracy and it was a fucking comic, you feel me? Like about a comic, but I was wanted to know, like, was that like something that actual happened in LA where like two officers that got fucking fined or got was harassing people, black people, set them up.
Sure.
Feel me? But I'm like, that's the whole department.
Not really like per se that whole story, but like some shit like that did happen in like Baltimore. It's like a group of cops. They was doing all that everything I was talking about on there. They was doing that whole shit, like, so, and like a lot of motherfuckers was coming up gone behind that shit.
Cause I'm listening to it, I'm like, man.
But that's like I was just telling the story on that. But you feel me? But like growing up,
that's the true story.
No, crash officers used to like really be on bullshit.
They still is shit. Like that's what I'm saying.
T-shirts off. Like, oh, you got tattoos? You got fresh gang ink? Yeah, go ahead and take this off.
Because I'm listening to this track and I'm just reliving it every time I got pulled over and got harassed by police where a motherfucker would say I did something or I was at a certain spot or take your fucking shirt off, let me see all your fucking tattoos. Like, nigga, I'm in the park, nigga. Like, leave me alone. Like, you feel me? So when I heard that shit, I was just like, yo, he's speaking some real facts. And I'm like, he's talking about every black boy that's getting pulled over by cops and getting harassed by them every day. You feel me? Dick Tracy.
No, for real. And I think like that song, it really did stick out to me, not just because of what you were talking about, but the production of the song. Like that song really had, going back to like the East Coast thing, that's like, for some reason, I feel like East Coast, one of their like standout things is like that loop. Like that, the bass line is crazy to me too. But the, just that loop of the bass line, I was like, this is like an East Coast song, but he's talking about some West Coast shit. You know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show, I mean, your talent though. But
yeah, with that was that shit took me 2 months to finish.
That song?
Yeah, cause I wasn't expecting the fucking. I didn't even know I was gonna come from like that point of view. I just heard it. I'm like, damn, this shit sound like Dick Tracy. And then I'm like, well, fuck, I'm gonna just rap about being a cop. But that was one of the earlier records we recorded. So that didn't even have, at the time we didn't even have no story to where it's like how it tied in with fucking Terminator and House Party and like Born Blue. Like we didn't have none of those records.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I just had a record about a cop just sitting there like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this? So like that's how I'm like, oh well, maybe I could tie it to, he put a case on one of the niggas from the hood, you know, and the House Party is a coming home party.
Okay.
So the record before House Party is Home, and that's the dude. He got the case put on him.
I'm loving how he breaking down.
No, for real, it all
the
goes,
records,
it all
because,
ties
the artist
together.
like, I picked this, and put them together, but this is like,
Nah,
this
all
is,
of them connected.
yes, this is
Absolutely.
a real story, yeah.
Yeah, it's connected from the second song is the first song.
Right.
Terminator is the last song.
Okay.
Like Terminator.
Damn, this is fucking me up. I'm telling you, just
I'm about to go back and
hearing
go
it
to
now.
my car tonight. Like, what? He said the first one was last one.
So if you listen, like just listen to Terminator after
After Slay?
Full Circle.
After full, gotcha.
After Full Circle, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. And then, I mean, you do also have some tracks on here that brighten it up. Like, you got the Yeah, Yeah, Yeah song. Love that shit. Toast is my shit, too.
Yeah.
Right, that's a vibe. Toast is just,
Yeah, shout
like,
out to Miko and motherfucking Sally Sale, man.
Yeah.
They did it up on there.
I definitely, like, that one was on repeat for a minute. But Trying to Get Rich is also a really good one, too. Like, I was driving out here earlier today, and that one I really kept repeating. Just the sound of it, just sonically, it just sounds and it feels good.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. And then the Slink skit is just crazy. Like, that nigga's just funny.
Yeah, shout out to Slink.
And so you don't smoke weed. I think I asked you that last time.
No, yeah, I don't.
Yeah. I mean,
smoke.
everyone has their reasons, but does it not give you a creative spark? Like, why not?
Nah, I be overthinking shit when I'm high. I be feeling like I
okay.
be looking stupid too.
Okay.
I be feeling like I just be like, I ain't trying to be looking like this right now. You feel me? Nigga lips dry as a motherfucker, all that type of shit. Nigga
Right.
can barely talk. Like, I'm cool.
I've been them days. I've been the days. You have a record with Traffic again, and he after his release, this is your first record back together. This is how I got introduced to y'all. Was from with Tukey Knows. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, how does that feel to have a record with him again?
It's a dope feeling because he just went through something serious. So, you know, to see him bounce back from that and come back and so I'm like, yeah, I gotta have you on this shit, man. You feel me? Like, you know, just, a lot of motherfuckers can't make it through them shits like that. You know, like a tough situation like that. So he bounced back. So, you know, I'm like, nigga, let's go. You feel me?
Nah, real shit. I can't wait till he could drop some new projects, some new music.
He's working
you
on
feel
some
me?
shit. He got some shit in the mix.
Do you feel like, I think personally this is probably your best work. Do you feel that?
I do.
You do?
I do. Like, this is my first full-length project. You know, most of the projects I like maybe 7 to 10 songs. This one, like, you know, I try to keep everything story based, but this one is like, it's like a movie. It's a movie, a full.
Right.
You feel me? A full movie.
Do you have any videos coming for these?
Yeah.
How many do you have locked in so far?
Trying to Get Rich.
Okay, I like that.
Trying to
Can't
Get
wait for
Rich.
that. You gotta make one. Well, I ain't gonna tell you what you gotta do.
What you think?
Hopefully, you make one for Yeah, Yeah, Yeah.
Oh no, we got that one. That yeah, you'll be there.
And I would actually really like to see one like Real LA or How to Survive, something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, them. All of those is like, we gotta do them. But
Right.
The ones that I'm really excited for is the fucking Cop record and the fucking Home record.
Yeah.
We probably put them in one and make that shit like a whole.
To be continued type. Okay. I'm looking forward to that.
My favorite beat off the project.
That's
is,
tough. I don't know if I could pick one.
I
really don't know.
Real LA. It's Real LA.
That's crazy. That was supposed to be on the first Skanless summer.
Really?
Yeah.
So why did that get postponed to this one? Like, what beat that one out?
I didn't have it. I didn't know what the fuck to say on that shit.
Was Drebo already on this doing what he was doing?
Drebo, I did have Drebo in mind for that.
That shit.
Okay,
that
yeah.
shit just
He
took
did
it
it
to
so-
another level, nigga. I was just like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
I had I definitely had Drebo in mind from the gate.
Yeah.
But at,
Yeah, he rocked
at the same time, it was just like, damn, like, what am I supposed to say? Like, how do I even approach this record? So,
Nothing wrong with that. You
don't
did
know
a
if I
great
can-
job, son. You did a great
did I
job.
say?
we bring it back. What?
I
what,
can't
3
even
years?
pick one.
3 years later? Yep, 3 years later.
Damn,
Yeah,
Sitting
man.
on that for 3 years.
that's wild. Mr. 365 killed that shit over there.
Man,
Shout out to
that's
Drebo. Shout out
exactly
to
who
Drebo.
he is.
No, I love that shit. How was your Father's Day? But we didn't ask you that. It was yesterday.
It was dope. I was in New York. I was working, so
It didn't matter.
Nah, it does matter. Hell yeah, I got kids.
Okay.
Feel me? Like that's important.
They show you love.
I talk to them. I got a 17-year-old and a 2-year-old. So
You got a 17-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, what did you think?
I can't tell.
I didn't even think that.
I didn't either. I really didn't.
I mean,
either.
y'all probably seen him, but he just looked like one of the homies.
Probably, right? Is he? Yeah.
that
He
nigga
probably
big,
walked
that nigga
by.
big, like he sized up and all that.
Now I gotta look at the videos and stuff.
Yeah, he in all the videos.
Does he look like you? Does he got you? Okay, all right.
Let me see.
Now,
wow.
now I gotta see. I had no idea. I knew you had a baby, but dang, you got a grown kid.
Yeah, that little nigga grown.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Sheesh.
that.
No. I'm just surprised.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah.
But
Production
hell yeah,
on the
that-
production side, how did you want to come different between the first Skanless Summers? Or
production. I
What
don't
was
really-
different?
Oh, all right. So I got a hell of a story with production, right? So home, like I had the concept in mind, like I'm like, cause I really wanted to use the cop record, but I'm like, how the fuck do we tie this shit in with a bunch of this, a bunch of street shit? So I'm like, well, maybe I could come from the perspective of the nigga he put the case on. I'm like, all right, for sure, we locked that in. So we had a beat, and we was fucking with the beat for like maybe a month. And I'm like, I just got to the point where I'm like, bro, I ain't feeling this. Like, I need something that's gonna make you feel like you on a fucking prison bus ride and you never coming home.
Okay.
I'm like, try to imagine that. And he was like, damn. And Bad was like, hey, Polly, pull up that Home record. And it's ironically the name of the track is Home. So I'm like, damn. And he played that shit. I'm like, that's it right here. Like that one and that fucking House Party record was a whole nother song too.
Oh wow.
So those two, like, we scratched the originals. Like it was like, nah, I scratched them shit.
Dang.
So but yeah, this putting this together, like it was a lot of communication between all of us. It was on the phone every day, all day, texting every day, all day. Like still, even after the shit, it's like,
Of course.
like communication is everything. So like just being able to be like, nah, I'm cool. Pull up something new, or let's make something new. And niggas like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So building this shit was dope. This was dope.
Yeah, it definitely feels. I think '80s Babyz is perfect. It feels like a John Singleton type of movie. You know what I mean? But
I need to hear some of these records in Snowfall.
man, no, for real,
I'm just saying,
for
you know what
real.
I mean?
That's
It's
that's
the whole-
totally the vibe.
Whole premise of you can feel it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm just saying the real deal. I'm just keeping it 100. You
Of
feel
course,
me?
of
Everything Skanless in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what else we got in this motherfucker? You got anything else?
My main thing was just knowing about the videos, and then I believe the last project as well, or probably most of them though. Was that specifically like on purpose having it produced by the same music group?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like it's already franchised. Skanless Summers, I can't take that and go do a whole nother.
Right, not that
Skanless
you
Summer with
should,
somebody else.
but whenever
I
see,
wouldn't though.
Niggas
right.
do that though.
That's just like
I'm
me
just
doing
saying-
another Skanless level with
No, I get
like without 211.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
you need to though, but I mean, I'm just curious. You know what I mean? Like
Nah,
to
yeah,
see
like-
every time I see someone with a project with the same production team, it's like it's
Yeah.
perfect. It's perfect. I just want to see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, with this, like, it's a whole lot of intricacies on this. Like, like Polly was having motherfuckers come through and do like a little piece of something here, just put it in there and be like, all right, So like the post production was crazy on this. It's a lot of shit behind the scenes. Like even all the skits, those was like real deal. We put those together with the phone. Feel me? Like he like, oh, I could just find some running noise. I'm like, nah, I'm finna go outside and run. Like, you feel me? I went outside and was like,
He said,
like real shit. Like,
Yeah.
Then he got the
like,
keys. He
Right.
said, I'm gonna get some head. He got the keys.
Yeah,
the
like
keys,
all that
man.
shit is all like, I'm like, nah, I'm doing all that shit. I want to do all that shit. So
No, yeah,
Come on.
please.
Polly Rob, how's it going, sir?
Elio.
Skanless summer 80s babies. Man.
That's
You already
right.
know. Local astronauts, man. We get into it.
That's right. That's right.
Get into it.
I mean, it's a question for both of y'all, though. I think a lot of times, especially right now, LA rap, everyone kind of runs away from the original LA sound. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I love that your team, like, kind of embraces it and brings it up a notch. Like, where, I'm sure you have your blueprint of everybody that you got your influence from, but what keeps you confident in that original sound?
Well, for this particular project, like, this project takes place in a time period, sonically.
Right.
So let's say, well, I think TF put it best. If Skanless Summer is the first volume, it's like you're watching TV. It's like you're watching the Skanless stuff going down. Michael Myers, Ted DiBiase, you know what I mean? These, Spray, which you watching the news of somebody on a high-speed chase. You're watching things going crazy. 80s Babies is, let's say you hopped off the plane at LAX and you ended up rendezvousing at an Airbnb in the hood. Mm-hmm. This is the soundtrack of what that would be in that time period. You know what I mean? Like, it takes place in an era where, like you were saying, it's really like a lot of things going on, from all different perspectives. Like, even How to Survive is reminiscent of, if you don't know what LA is really, really about, you're gonna figure it out if you spend some time there. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get it. So that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to place it in a time period because, making whole projects, it's fun when you just trying to make dope records, but it's a whole nother ball game when you're trying to create a full story, paint pictures. And with somebody like TF, who's prolific in what he say, like, even when he raps, it's like he's telling the story. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Which he pretty much is. Right. 100%. So at the same time, it's like, how can we match his intensity of his lyricism? We match it by creating the cinema, creating the stage of music that backs what he's saying.
100%.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the fun part about it. Like, and then at the end of the day, it's like, when you're a fan of an artist, but you're also a producer that makes music, you want to give them the best you possibly can. Something that challenges them, but also something that they can say, like, damn, like, this fall in my pocket, let me just go all the way over there.
Yeah.
So that's what we at Local Astronauts do. We're a collective team, of producers, musicians, and we really just craft. You know what I mean? It may take 5 people to craft one record. It may take 2 people to craft this record, and then somebody else come on the back end with a violin and just go up.
Exactly.
So that's what we're about.
Right. And I you can tell, like, I'm telling you, I was listening in the car, and it's the small details, hearing that somebody's actually playing the guitar. It's not just somebody on this mixing board or somebody on a beat machine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's thorough, and it's just, it's not oversaturated with these electronic sounds and stuff. Yeah. So, but also about just your creativity specifically. Mm-hmm. How are you able to, I don't mean to keep going back to the East Coast sound, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's just, it blows my mind how you guys do that so well. So do you ever, is that your idea to kind of, like, cause like I said, certain songs like the Dick Tracy song has like that heavy bass line that's looped like an East Coast song. Right. Do you ever, is that just like an experimental thing that you do?
I'm originally from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Okay. So I have that element in me. Like, boom bap is my soul. But at the same time, I was, being in LA and being in Inglewood, I was heavily influenced by West Coast music as well. I love the sound. I love the instrumentation. Yeah. I love how it builds into something. So taking those 2 elements and meshing it together.
You do it impeccably. It's crazy.
I appreciate it. Thank you. So, like, even like you said, like with Dick Tracy, like, it's really, really gutter. But then we said, okay, call my boy Day One, come through, play some additional strings on it. And then he brought his man to come play some real live bass. There was a bass line already there, and then he came and we lowered that bass line and he played original bass on there all the way through the whole song.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And there's so many other elements. Then, TF called Tiana to come do the hook. Mm-hmm. He had the idea in his head. He called her, was like, yo, I need you to come lay this. She laid it, sent it back. and then it just turned into something else. And I think that was the point where he got a chance to actually finish it lyrically, is when she came with that element, and then we just came over with the post. You know what I mean? So those are those moments, you know, like where we start a record, like even with Slaves. We started off with Slaves. We didn't end up finishing it until like almost 80% of the project, or probably like close to 90, because I had to have, you know, one of our guys, Anthony Pina, come play some additional strings and chords at the very end of the song to cap off what will become the ending of the whole project. You know what I mean? And then, you know, so many other people, Legree Shine, Washe Choir, which you heard on Toast, Tony Ozier, you know, playing additional keys and strings, and, you know, of course, Day One, and it's just so many people
shit on that post production, you know, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, even down to the skits, like, you know, the Channel 50, and, you know, like even the intro, like I probably don't even know that the girl on the intro is standing.
I knew it when I heard it. I knew it when I heard it. I was like, yeah, right.
And she's on the original Skanless Summer. So
yep,
you know,
as a reporter.
Exactly.
Yep, I know it. I know it.
Those things is what we put together, you know, collectively to make this album feel, you know, much more than, you know, what an average album would feel like.
Where did you see the improvement in TF in this project?
First off, he's always improving. I really have a theory that he's probably like 53% of his true talent right now. Like he's like, I'm telling you,
we ain't
only
even
about 53%.
Only
like
halfway.
It's going. You know what I mean? But the one thing I like about TF is that, first off, he comes in the session open-minded. You know what I mean? He's already open-minded. You know what I mean? Like, and of course, he knows how talented he is, but he still is willing to come in the session open-minded, and we could try so many different things to see what works and what doesn't work. And then I think the best thing that I like about it, because I'm usually the one that sees the project from beginning to end, and I like the fact that we have conversations.
Yeah,
we really talk about shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the best part.
Right.
How can I pick the right production for you, or gear the right record, if we don't talk to each other, just have natural conversations? We can talk about all type of crazy
I
shit.
bet do anything to get some far ahead. Like that's
exactly. That's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's a real conversation.
But to be honest, that just popped up. I just came over with the hook and was like, oh, I got a hook for this. And when later, niggas was like,
I was dying laughing.
Just regardless of us having that communication being between y'all, the dialogue of just, what up, my guy? How you doing today? You feel me? Like life shit. You feel me? Like let's talk. We're human. Let's talk. We don't have to just talk about music. You know, we can just talk about life and between what's going on. So that that builds the connection.
Like going back to what I was saying, we talk all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we in a group chat. We talk regular one-on-ones. We in the studio. We talk regular. We'll just sit there and talk sometimes, just chopping it up.
Those elements help the record. Like even with Born Blue. Like, me and Bad worked on Born Blue. It's funny because, you know, TF, like his side is he gets the record at like 3, 4 in the morning. Right. So prior to that, I'm in the studio with Badru, which is my business partner. Shout out to Badru. And I'm working on beats, cooking up something, you know, for the project. And then he stopped me. He was like, yo, that's cool. He was like, come on, man. He was like, we halfway in this project. We got that already. Let's do something else. Like, let's dig. And, you know, I'm like, all right, cool. So he had this idea of how to approach, you know, a new beat. So I started crafting, and we started crafting going in, and he like, all right, we should have somebody talking on the front, like, you know, like a mom or something, just talking shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So boom, we called the homegirl. Yo, what you doing? I'm cooking dinner. Yo, that food is nasty. Pull up to the studio. Let's get to it. She close, so I'm like, boom. She come through. I'm crafting the beat, and it get to a point where it's like, okay, yeah, we got it where we want it. Then I remember that from the previous record, Toast, when we was working on that, we had a saxophone player come play some saxophone on that. So he also had a couple of extra wave tracks of just playing natural saxophone in different keys. So I took that, and I'm like, put that in the joint, and it just turned into this whole big thing. You know what I mean? And by the time he got it, he like, okay, this shit's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it ended up being everybody's favorite song.
6 in the morning. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is this, man? What the fuck is Born Blue? So I'm listening to it, and initially I thought, I'm like, with the chick, like, when she was talking.
Hey, we got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
All right. So yeah, so when she was talking, I'm like, I'm thinking it's about a chick and a dude, cause I'm just waking up. I'm not even really hearing what's going on. I just hear like, you know, this and that and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck she talking about? So then when I get in the car on my way to get some coffee, now I'm up. I'm like, oh shit, this the mama.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, oh yeah, this easy. This
Skanless Summer 80s Babyz, man. Go stream it. You know what I'm saying? TF, Local Astronauts, presented by Doe Network. Stop playing. Go stream it. Go have fun with it.
Come on.
Hey, hottest project
on.
out right now.
Number 1.
Deleon.
Oh, go get that
Number 1.
Bandcamp too. The Bandcamp
Yeah.
got an exclusive, never before seen
yeah.
interview, and it has the digital booklet where you can read the actual lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go get the Bandcamp.
Okay,
We're gonna
okay.
talk about that
Bandcamp
again.
Deluxe
Yeah.
Edition.
Bandcamp
All right.
Deluxe
Edition.
Deluxe
Edition. On
Right.
Bandcamp.
Not yet.
Yeah, we
Best
really
album
put
out this
heavy
year.
work into this shit.
Thank you.
You can definitely feel it. We appreciate it. We definitely
Str8OutDaTrunk
appreciate it.
Radio, TF, Skanless Summers.
Everything
Feel me?
Skanless.
Local astronauts in
Yes,
the motherfucking
sir.
house as well. You feel me?
One and only.
Go stream that 80s, baby. Feel me? Hey, Skanless Summer. De Leon.
Deleon.
Yo.
When I get that feeling, I be robbing and stealing, set you up.